Josh Snares, the Australian Doctor Who YouTuber, has dipped their toes in the world of filmmaking. Well, more like a return to it. We can't forget their magnum opus Karate Nun, can we? On March 24, they debuted on their channel The Might of the Daleks. Heavily inspired by the 60s era of Doctor Who, The Might of the Daleks follows the president of Continent A, who, in a bid to save her people from Continent B, finds new allies in the form of the Daleks. But will the might of the Daleks save Continent A, or will it lead to its extermination? I recently got to sit down with Josh Snares themselves to talk about the might of the Daleks as well as their channel, so please enjoy this Mad Men interview with Josh Snares. Hello and welcome back to the Mad Men with a Box channel. I'm here with a very special guest, the magnificent, the fabulous Josh Snares. Welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. I'm a big fan of your channel. Absolutely love your videos. I will say a lot of your videos have inspired some of mine. The Nightmare Fair that you did, that inspired my Toy Maker and Big Finish video. I watched that and I'm like, okay, I have to do a Big Finish video about the Toy Maker. You know, catch onto the hype that maybe Neil Patrick Harris is the Toy Maker.
Yes.
So this is an absolute pleasure to have you on this channel for a video.
I'm so happy to be here as well because I see you on Twitter all the time and stuff like that, and I've seen some of your videos too, and always happy to support an Aussie.
Yes, we don't have the Americans here. We can make fun of them.
Thank God.
Thank God. Exactly. So, Might of the Daleks. It's out. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Artwork. Martin Scorsese loves it already. Shown it to him. So, how did this come to be? How'd you come up with this idea for the Might of the Daleks?
Yeah, it's been like in the works since like 2019. Originally, me and Aaron wanted to do like a 3-part Dalek story, and then COVID hit, and then it all went to shit. And then years later, we came back and we were like, all right, let's do it for real. And we literally turned it around within like 4 months, which is stupidly fast. But it was just like good timing, and yeah, and it came together really happy. Yeah.
What was this like directing it, putting all the pieces together? Was it a very daunting task, or do you think, oh, I can pull this off easy? I can pull this off easily, no problem.
It was super overwhelming, I'll be honest. Like I obviously I do video stuff for my job. I don't do this stuff all the time, and I do YouTube, but doing like a piece of drama is something I don't do very often. So it was like very much like jumping into the deep end and hoping for the best. But I know I had this great team of people who really knew what they were doing behind me. So I knew I was completely supported. So once we were there, we were just getting it done. And yeah, it couldn't have turned out any better. I'm really happy.
And did you have any concerns? Did you feel like, could anything possibly go wrong making this? Or do you feel like when the final product came out, I could have done something a bit better in certain regards? Or were you just, this was fine, this is how I imagined it, I don't need to change anything?
I feel like I would never be 100% happy with literally anything. That's just the person I am. And but I'm also someone, I'm a bit of a realist where I'm like, I need to know when to call it a day. And I think we got it to a point where it's as good as it can be, considering the budget, considering our abilities and the resources available to us. So I'm happy with what we did, but yeah, obviously anything could be improved. But I think the final products, people have been really happy with it. So I'm really happy that people have enjoyed it.
Obviously telling from it, it's very inspired by Doctor Who as it originally was from the 60s. A little bit of Twilight Zone, a little bit of horror to some parts. And that shows with a lot of the production. It shows with in the story itself, you know, you can, as I've mentioned in our live stream, you know, you can clearly see the operator in the Dalek. You can hear the wheels move. You can see parts of the walls bend. Did you want to keep that as authentic to the 60s aesthetic as possible? Like, don't want to make this modern. I don't want to have like the flashy effects. Everything has to be like to modern standards. This is something I would have done in the 60s. Let's keep it as 60s as possible.
Yeah, it was about finding that perfect balance. Like we wanted something that felt of its time, but also we wanted to make it, because, you know, Doctor Who back in the 60s, it was very much like studio based. They had multi-camera setups. and I didn't want to 100% replicate the multi-camera setup because it could look like a theater production, which a lot of 62 does, which is part of its charm. But this is also a modern production that we're making in 2023, you know, so we decided to do single camera and every shot was planned. But yeah, it was like trying to find that middle ground between like honoring the original, but also cleaning it up a bit for contemporary. And I think because it's 60s, we can get away with it being a smaller budget. So we can get away with more of those dodgier effects. But like a lot of people have said, it adds to the charm of it. But yeah, we made the choice very early on. We didn't want to do CGI. We didn't want to do, if we could do it practically, we would. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you feel like you wanted to keep that, at least the 60s authentic. Did you feel like you had to limit yourself in some regards? Like, okay, I don't want to add the 60s grainy kind of filter to the visuals. If I wanted more Daleks, you know, say like in Dalek Invasion of Earth, there's clearly in the background where we've only got the 4 Daleks, so let's just put a picture of some Daleks in the background to show that we have more. You felt like, okay, I want to keep some parts, I don't want to go too far.
Yeah, like we chose not to do grain because we did shoot it digitally, and back in the 60s they did shoot it digitally. It was a digital clean image, so they wouldn't have had too much noise on it anyway. But when they do location footage, that was shot out on film, so I would have added grain if that was the case. But yeah, with the Daleks, for example, we only had one prop, so we decided to do split screen to have 2 at the same time. So we felt like,
oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't notice, which was such a huge compliment. But
yeah, that's literally the first I'm hearing of it now. I would have not have noticed that it was a split screen because I would have thought you had the 2 Daleks. But thinking of it now, seeing like a lot of your behind this like scenes, like photos with the cast and crew, there's only the 1 Dalek there. Yeah. It's only the one. So yeah, that's actually pretty amazing. Yeah, right over my head. Did not notice it. The editing on that was done perfectly to capture that there was 2 Daleks on a single set there. Amazing, absolutely amazing. As with every project, people are wondering, sequel, new fan film. Any in the work? You got any ideas? Is keeping it as tight-lipped as possible? Could we see a sequel to Might of the Daleks? Could we see something else? I mean, there's a lot in 60s Who that is ripe for the taking. Do you have any ideas?
There's so much. We've got ideas and we've been talking about stuff, but it's a long way off. And it's not necessarily another Dalek story. It could be something else. But also, you know, I work in collaboration with Aaron Vanderclay, who's my producer in this. So he did all the sets and he got everything together. Like, we have to be kind of on the same page with the project. So I'd have to like pitch something, or you have to pitch something to me. And we have slightly different tastes of what we want to do. But a lot of the things we have in common, like our production value and like stuff, certain rules about fan films, we have that in common. But like when it comes to story, we sometimes feel a bit different. So like, it's not as easy as me going, I want to do this. Like we both have to agree, and then it's budget, and then we both have to like figure out what it's going to cost and if it's feasible. And also Aaron's in Perth, so I have to go to Perth to film it. So it's a lot of logistical and financial reasons. So we'd love to do another one. We'd love to do another one for sure. But it won't be for a while, I don't think.
So what you're saying is we're going to get a better version of the Web Planet?
The Web Planet is cursed. I'm not going near the Web Planet. But
you're not going to touch it? All right, maybe Censor Rights. We'll do something with them.
Censor Rights.
Yes, of course. Because as we pitched in our live stream, a Cybermen one would be fantastic to do, especially with the Mondasian design. Yeah. And I pitched if making it a horror story would be great with that design, especially with it being so human-like. It's very unsettling, surgical clothing design and everything. So anyone, Josh, you can take that. Anyone else out there that's doing fan films, you take that idea. I'd love to see it happen. A true Cybermen horror story.
Oh, for sure. I've always wanted to do a proper horror one, like blood and gore. And just, I've had one in my mind for ages, but it'd be so expensive.
That's the problem. That's the thing. It's always money. It's always money that comes in the way for these projects. Moving away from Might of the Daleks, your channel, 2023, you've come back strong. You're doing all these new videos. what is your process for your channel? Coming up with these ideas, making it, etc. Take us into the day in the life of Josh Snares, the YouTuber.
It's usually me freaking out that I haven't got enough ideas, and then like running around. But I feel like I'm very lucky that I could just put a tweet out. It's like, has anyone got any video ideas? What would you like me to cover? And I've got like documents of people who've been saying, you should do this, you should do that. And I kind of just look at them and think, is that something I'm really interested in right now? Because I have to be excited by an idea. Like it's more than just like, oh, I want to talk about the Sixth Doctor. Like it has to be like a specific story that I think, oh, that's interesting, or people haven't talked about that. And then I'm also battling, because I have all this stupid knowledge in my brain about the show. It's like, is it something that everyone knows already? Or is this like an interesting thing that no one really knows? Like, is it worthy of a video?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. There isn't a real strict formula.
It's like, do the Cartmill master plan video. It's like, yeah, everyone's done that. Everyone knows about the Cartmill master plan at this point. Okay, I don't think we need to add any more detail to that master plan. Okay, as much as if we like it or not, yes, we've got enough of that. Same with the Sixth Doctor was saved by Big Finish. We have enough videos about that. Yeah. I don't think we need any more.
Yeah,
let's do something very trivial, like, I don't know, the Absorbaloff. Yes, let's give him some more love. Okay, he deserves it. Best villain, best episode. Okay, I will fight tooth and nail for that. What do you have in store for future videos in your channel? Well, are you going to be doing anything a bit more different? Are you going to be harkening back to some previous videos? Like, I really enjoyed the fashion video that you did for Romana 1, Romana 2. I don't know, I just oddly enjoy that video. I really love it. You and Gemma's like banter and discussion about the designs. I just love everything about it. So anything like that, or anything branching out from what you usually would do?
I did actually see Gemma today, and we've talked about doing another one because she's really keen, and I'm into it too. But it just hasn't happened yet. It's just trying to like figure out timing and stuff like that. I've only got like 1 month worth of content coming out, so I think I might have to take a break because I'm running out of time. But I still plan on doing YouTube, but I just don't know if I could do weekly stuff, maybe every second week or something. I don't know. I need to figure it out. I haven't got that to that point yet. But I am enjoying being able to like just create stuff and talk about Doctor Who, and I feel like my brain is in the right place for it, and I've gotten in a really good place for the YouTube comment section. It doesn't bother me anymore. I feel like I can really just create anything and it's fine, and people are open to it, and I'm fine with criticism, and I don't know, I feel like I've grown up a bit.
Yeah, because I feel like with the fandom's always here or there depending, so you want to be careful with what topics you choose, but also just do whatever you want. Like, of course, with your origins of the Doctor, the Timeless Child is always going to be brought up, and that's always a controversial one. And it's just like, we're just going to have to accept it. It's part of it now, unfortunately. So, put up, shut up. This is my video. I'm going to say whatever I want. Okay, you don't have to like it. You can if you want to. Whatever. Yeah. This is something I'm passionate about. I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Like for me, if I didn't have a 5-day-a-week job, I would definitely put more time and energy to making a lot more Doctor Who content. I have a lot of ideas that I just can't get to. I still have 2 videos I have not finished editing. I've promised I'd finish editing them. I've not finished editing them yet. I've only just done the audio. I haven't done the visuals yet. So yeah, but I think that was all. Thank you very much for this interview, Josh. Amazing as always. Love to have you here.
Thank you so much. No, I love what you guys are doing. You guys are so fun. And
thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you can follow Josh on his on their YouTube channel. Do you have any other socials you'd like to plug? Twitter, that little mess that's going on?
I'm unfortunately on Twitter. It's a big mistake, but I can't get off it. I'm addicted. Like that stupid Doctor Who game app. Have you been playing that? Oh my God, I can't stop.
Played it for 10 minutes and then I deleted it.
You are so smart. I deleted it and then I reinstalled it like an idiot, and now I can't stop. I'm just tapping it. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like I'm like an iPad toddler or something. I'm just typing buttons. I don't know what's happening.
That would be a good video idea about that app.
I really should. Yeah, I'll put that on my list.
Yes, lost in time. The app that took my money when Doctor Who stole from me.
Yes, that's a good title. I use that. Yeah.
Yes, you can have it. Go ahead. Go straight ahead. Use that title. Take it from me. But yes, thank you for coming onto the channel. If you haven't already, go check out Might of the Daleks. Absolutely fantastic. Everyone on that production, cast, crew, everyone did a fantastic job. So make sure to check it out. You can subscribe to Josh Snares' channel. Check out their videos. Chef's kiss for the videos. And I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.
Bye bye.